cuties, how are you doing? Hope we're having a good one. I am actually freezing in the middle of the summer, which is shocking because up in here it's either 46 degrees or 19 apparently. So we are fluctuating, but you know what's not fluctuating? The quality of BABYMONSTER live performances. That was a smooth transition. I know I've missed on their last comeback. I know it was extremely chaotic at that point in my life. I'm moving, it is really difficult and it's super chaotic, but I am here for the live performance that they had on SBS Gayo Daejeon 2025 summer version, apparently. And they did a Drip Hot Sauce, which is their new song, and Sheesh. And it was a live performance indeed, baby. A BABYMONSTER style. So very bare, very brave, and very, very live. So let's look at it together. Ooh, I always love the intro to Drip, like live intro, also to Sheesh. Oh my god, the texture on the ready. Baby, got no chance. Put Ayeon somewhere on the stage, she's gonna give you 150. I still cannot believe how much energy they are able to pack into beginning of this song. Like it's quite incredible, specifically for Drip, because Drip is just so playful at the very beginning in the studio recording. It's very playful, it's very cheeky, but it doesn't pack too much punch. You know what I mean? On the live performances, they pack so much power into that. I think it's mainly because of that duo of Chiquita and Ayeon. Those two are unstoppable. They have so much energy. Oh my god. Let's go, Rora. I actually liked she went to head voice at first. What you say? Na, 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 na. This is cool to hear this song. I haven't heard it for a while. I was so hooked on it and so addicted to it that I had to take a break from it for a couple of months. So it's cool to hear it like now and just see things that you don't see for the first couple of like obsessive weeks, if you know what I mean. But ooh, what you say? You're switching into the head voice because it's kind of like upper in your range, like a higher in your range, but a second reconnection is also very high, but reconnecting with your full tone. Oh, and the movement there, that is really, really difficult because if you are very tight, it slows you down. So if you want to, you have to relax your voice coming down from those upper tones. I absolutely love that they have also no background track at all. Like, I love this. I know that there are a little bit of a gaps here and there. I can hear a tiny little bit of impurities that are really, 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 really tiny for the difficulty of this song and, you know, all the movement. But I enjoy this so tremendously. This is like a true live performance. Oh, miss them so much because I genuinely think they are more fun. If I want to hear studio level, I'm gonna listen to the original recording. I'm gonna listen to the studio recording. So for the live, I want to hear everything. I actually love that they did intro from Drip. I do like the high on high tone and the pre-chorus to that, but I actually think like the first half of the song is so underappreciated because of that. So that was a good mix. Okay, I don't know Hot Sauce. Haven't got a chance to listen to that song too. When Baby Monster comes up with something, I try to just hold back. So this is kind of almost my first listen. I heard it's very cute. She kind of, I don't know if the phrasing was correct there, but I completely understand why she was laughing, because that was such a tricky phrasing. This is just a strange phrasing there. Okay, I gotta check this song. It sounds very, very cutesy. It sounds very kind of like 90s Disney Club Kids. What is that called? Mickey Mouse Club Kids? Mickey Mouse Club Kids. Yeah. Also the kind of question and reply. Hot, hot, sauce, sauce. It's very typical for that. Oh my god, Asa. Someone said when I cut my hair, I have my hair up today, but I have a very short bob right now. Someone said, oh my god, you look like her. And I was like, oh, that's the nicest thing someone said to me in a long time. I like her in this like a little bit of a softer weight. So usually we have a Parida going with quite of a full tone, and she has a little bit of a modulation that she tends to do, but this was mixed with a little bit of an air. It was so much softer. A little bit lighter, a little bit of the air was softening her tonal quality there. Not a high tone for my girl Rora. Thanks God. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. I love that kind of like little climb down. The first one is a mix. That's why it's a little lighter. But you can immediately crash into that chest. Ooh, I like it. It's cute. It's a good... I would expect them giving Aurora high toned. It sounds slightly differently because she's just such an R&B girl. But this, she definitely packed the punch. Like you could tell that she handled that very well. I would expect something else. I would expect something like this. This is interesting. So, you know, Rami's high note and now this Rora high note. I would actually expect them to be switched. I would expect Rami's high note to go to someone like Rora because it's just fitting a little bit more to her style. And this note would be absolutely killed by Rami, in my opinion. But it's interesting to see them do it like, you know, on their own. And both did very well, of course, but just stylistically, it would fit for me like vice versa. But it's cool to see them doing this. Sauce. Look at the energy. Okay. Oh my god, look at Rora. She's having the best time of her life. This is very atypical for them. They had a very romantic ones. They had really cool ones. This is something that is just dorky and adorable and cute, which is absolutely fitting for their concept as well. If you think about it, like the darker concept that we've got introduced at the very beginning, I'm a big fan of. So I'm a big fan of that. So I enjoy it tremendously. I wouldn't have them venture out of it ever, because I love it. I felt like they were like little red velvet babies, if you know what I mean. I was like, oh, because I love red velvet concept. I was missing it in K-pop for so long. And then BABYMONSTER came up with a little bit of this like cute but dark. And I was like obsessed. But this is also such a cute fitting song specifically for the summer. So I understand the release. But I see YG playing with a variety of sounds recently. It's not just the typical like kind of like YG formula, if you want to call it that. But we're getting variety also with Blackpink coming out with Jump, with that Euro pop kind of like inspiration. We're getting interesting production coming from YG, I have to say. Stop. And now they're gonna deliver Sheesh, which is so much movement after this. Oh, look at her, how cute she is. You can hear them shaking a tiny bit in their voice, but they're trying to really grasp back the control after so much movement to go in such a soft intro. Da-da, da-da, da-da. Go jump for 15 minutes and then try to go with a tone that will be so soft with mixed air. Because actually, if they would go directly into like more belty sounds that are bigger, clean tone, and they're supported with lack of air when you've been running, they might handle them even better than the soft tones. The soft tones are going to be really hard to grasp. So head voice, soft mixed half on half tones like da 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 da. Ooh, that's so hard. Chiquita killed it. Well done. It's so hard to calm down your breathing. Parita is freaking shining recently. She stepped into her potential so much during this tour. I have to say that I saw one of the biggest glow up in Parita on this tour. Tours are difficult. They test musicians, and specifically when they're so young, they can be so difficult on them. And some people dwindle, some people struggle, some people go through phases. Parita, freaking absolute glow up. I'm so proud of her. She's so confident, so much more confident in her singing as well. And I see her technique adjusted to so much better in her passages as well. She's killing it, girl. She's mixing so much better. You can hear before it was do or die all my life. This is what we were getting before. Now do or die all my life. She's mixing it so much better. She's adding just a tiny bit of a mix, but is removing so much strain and so much kind of like clasp on her voice. It sounds so good. You gotta love that duo. The interrupt that Sheesh kind of like a little darker-ish, nightmare-ish, cute-ish vibe that we have into this rap, and they need to completely change the mood and the vibe, and they deliver every single time. I love Aso, of course, but like this duo and this song is always killing me. God, Asa is just such a natural performer. The way she moves, like a lot of people move so, like a little stressed on the stage, if you know what I mean. But Chiquita and Asa, they have such a natural movement. There's no stress coming out of them. There's no like over energy. There's like, it's just so fluid and natural. Look at that. Look at her. That sheesh is also difficult because it's in a head voice. Shush, shush, shush. It's actually kind of almost like a little hiccupy as well, which when you are under breathing stress or under a lot of stress from dancing a movement and it's impacting your air, oof, hitting that correctly and hitting them directly on the pitch can be a challenge. This is really cool that they let Rora sing this, even though this is very low. It's right on the edge of her range, but she didn't flinch. There's a flip in the head voice, and a very fluid reconnection. So flip on it up, but fluid down. And this is very low, but she still was right on pitch. Notice how that tone was so much more lighter. So much lighter than what she was doing before. This is one thing that I always do with my clients as well, that if you have a big upper tone, and a lot of people are doing the same thing with Golden right now, you don't have to go so heavy into it. It can be still clean, it can be still mixed, but it does not have to be massive, because people who tend to go very massive into such a high tones tend to strain them. That's the only way that they can actually get to that tone, is to strain up, and the strain is loud and the tone is coming through very shouty. And that's where I'm like, reduce the volume. You don't have to go so big, because if you only know how to go to that tone big, you're working towards it mostly probably through strain. And I love that she actually reduced away of that tone a little bit, but kept the clarity of it. And and she was very short with it. Right. And done. So instead of right, we didn't get that. We get right. And done. I love that one. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Love the outro. I always did. Oh, how they have to be annoying to some with how amazing their live performances are. Freaking, I wish that more companies allowed for purely live performances like this. They are difficult, and there are a lot of things that can go wrong. There can be mistakes, and it's such a pity that other companies are just not willing to risk it for the experience, because I would much rather experience this than something very groomed and very polished and very obviously kind of spoon-fed to me as a perfection on the live concert. I'm going to live concert because I wanna enjoy a live concert. I wanna enjoy the energy. I completely understand that sometimes there are a little bit of a backtrack. Sometimes when there's a lot of concerts and one, tour, some passages that are gonna be even lip-synced. I don't even mind that, right? But I still want to go through that concert feeling like the person actually sang for me and actually, performed for me, and we got to connect through that with an artist as an audience. So I feel like that's why BABYMONSTER is just getting so much recognition and so much love from people, because through their performance, because it's live. And I have to praise YG. I see why the companies are so hypersensitive. They're like, oh, but what if something's gonna go wrong? What if there's gonna be a voice crack, right? So what? Yeah, there are gonna be a couple of people who are gonna put it on TikTok and gonna be like, oh my God, he had a voice crack. She had a voice crack. But nobody really, do you guys really care if an artist that is consistently singing live has a bad day and has one voice crack? Does anybody really care? It's really cool to see them, YG specifically being, and I'm not a company fan in general, but I like that YG is taking that risk of always letting them perform live. That's something that I really appreciate, and they do not mind if people have their opinions, because predominantly they've been incredibly praised for doing live shows, and consistently even on national TVs and big occasions like this, they're letting them perform live, and it is very obvious that people love it above everything else. So I'm so happy again for BABYMONSTER. I haven't seen them for a while. Oh God, I miss them. I just realized how much I freaking miss them. But I'm happy that they're doing well. I know that the tour is going well. I hope they're going to be all together again very, very soon. I'm missing Rami like crazy. I want Rami to cover Golden, but I also want to let her rest. But I also want her to cover Golden. I am being very selfish with this one. All right, and if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to subscribe right here. Here is the YouTube video that YouTube recommends for you. And here are the rest of my BABYMONSTER videos. Please stay safe and healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.